Richard Leach, Houston, Texas. Company is Border Mobility, Inc. We provide complex and durable medical equipment in the Rio Grande Valley to handicapped children. We didn't. The market told us that the Rio Grande Valley was the place to be, and that is because the Rio Grande Valley has the highest concentration of handicapped children in the state of Texas. And that's because the individuals that live there are poor, they're uneducated, they refuse to use birth control because they're Catholic, they refuse abortions because they're Catholic, they don't have insurance, since they're poor, they don't have prenatal care, and the Mexican culture of having kids at 16 is very prevalent down in the valley, so kids are having kids, and that leads to a lot of birth defects. The first year in business is always the hardest because you don't have any customers. One of the things that helped us was that Brother John had contacts with referral sources because he was in the industry prior to coming to Border Mobility. And the way we get business is through relationship building with referral sources such as physical therapists, occupational therapists, doctors, clinics, and hospitals. And so the first year is hard because you haven't built those relationships yet. We had to build those to the extent that they were not referral sources that Brother John had. Also, first year is hard because what we have to do as a business, we have to provide the wheelchair or other mobility device to the child and then seek reimbursement from the government through Medicaid. And so money was very slow the first year because the government may take 6-9 months to pay you, and even though everything was pre-qualified and pre-approved, a lot of times the government would reject the claim, and then we have to go through an appeal process. So Gloria and I were constantly feeding money into the company because it took so long to get paid back by the government. Being best in class, and if you're the best, then other attributes of what people believe to be success, such as money, power, and prestige, that will come with it. But you got to be the best there is. The failure is trying to get employees to develop an employer mentality. And employees never have the drive to build a business or to make money for the business. They're primarily have blinders on, and they're interested in making money for themselves. And they have this mentality of, like, screw the company, but what about me? What has the company done for me lately? So, as business owners, we have to cross-train, we have to recruit new talent, and we have to pick up work and slack that the employee mentality prohibits the employee from achieving. Okay, college students, number one, complete your education. You need the formal education to either run your business, or you need the formal education to fall back on after the business fails. Most new businesses fail. Number two, while you're in school, take a class in entrepreneurship and a class in business law. And three, differentiate yourself. Figure out a way to take an existing product or service and make it better. Figure out how to be best in class in that product or in that service. Or alternatively, create a product or service and then educate the masses that that's something they have just got to have. And a couple examples of those would be Apple Computer. Steve Jobs says, I want a computer in every house. And he finally was able to convince everyone in the world, well, yeah, you got to have a computer at the house. Then you got to have one at home. Now you got computers on your phone. Another is Facebook. Now we have been trained that we have this need to, stay in touch with families and friends or connect with them. So those are two examples where the product came first and then the need for the product came later. Now, the skills, first was what do you do as far as being in college? But once you decide to be an entrepreneur, you got to get the fire in your belly. You've got to be willing to work 80 hours a week. You got to be willing not to get paid or receive any compensation for some time. So you need money saved, not only to live on, but you need money saved to invest in your business. You need a good form of legal entity to protect the business owners from liability. You need to appreciate and understand risk management. You need a business plan. And if you're lucky, you can find a mentor that can help you through the process. By being smart, by being a lawyer and understanding risk avoidance and understanding risk management. And one of the reasons we have been successful is we understand risk and we know what risk we can take and what risk we cannot take. And if Gloria and I were not lawyers, we would have had a lot of failures that may be the reason why our competitors are no longer in existence. But the number one factor that helped us is that we're both lawyers. Having a child get off the floor, get off the bed, or get off the couch and put them into a motorized wheelchair, which allows that child now to interact with his friends, his families, go to school, go to a movie, go to the mall. I mean, that is what this business is about. Giving children the opportunity to connect and interface with everything that we do.